Q Crew, what's going on? Y'all already know I'm your host, Suave Q, aka the Q Pill. You guys are tuned in for another dosage of Q Pill. And in this quick dosage, we have female nature on display yet again. As a woman admits to breaking up with all her boyfriends because they were more obsessed with her than she was with them, which is why I always say a woman should be more emotionally invested in you than you are in her. But before we react to it, make sure you guys hit that like, share, subscribe button, turn on your notifications, share this content with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your peers, so that they can all get a dose of the Q Pill as well. Let's get a dose of this shit. Now, I want you guys to understand that I always say a woman should be more emotionally invested in her man than her man is in her, because it signifies that you're a man of focus. It signifies that you have something going for yourself and that you dedicate your time and your efforts to other things other than gawking over and obsessing over the attraction you have to and the affinity for the woman that you have. And this is a long-term phenomenon in which women will be more attracted to that, because the fact that you put your efforts, your time and attention into other things outside of her means that you'll ultimately accrue more resources, more status, more prestige, more power that she's ultimately going to be attracted to in the long run. And this is something that plays out in real life as we take a look at this video of this woman actually stating that she broke up with all her boyfriends because they were more obsessed with her than she was with them. Let's take a look at this video so you guys can see this.
What? Have you ever had a boyfriend? I have. Did you ever dump that fool? All of them. I've dumped every one of them. You dumped every one of your boyfriends? Yeah. Are you proud about that? Yes. I've never been broken up with. That's the girls that I live for. So why'd you dump all of them? They were all way more obsessed with me than I was with them. Oh, okay. And I didn't like it. Yeah. Yeah, classic, giving you too much attention. Yeah, it was gross. They probably tried to like share their feelings with you too. Yeah, it's like, stop. I don't want to hear that. What are you guys thinking? What are your thoughts? Guys, it's 2018.
Now, of course, you guys see the pride she takes in breaking up with them first, but I want you guys to focus more on the reasons why she says she broke up with them, because this is a very real thing. A lot of times you have a lot of guys who they get women and they try too hard. They try too hard to please them. They try too hard to impress them. They try too hard to keep them. And I'm like, the fuck are you doing all of that for when you actually already have her? Do you understand as a guy that she's already impressed with who you are? Women are very selective. They're very selective with who they want to be with. They're very selective with who they want to give their vagina to. So when a woman decides that she sees you as worth it, she sees you as worth it based on her own perception of you already and the way that you carry yourself. So if you carry yourself in ways in which she finds attractive, you're masculine, you have charisma, you have edge, drive, you're focused, you're goal oriented, you have potential, you're competent, she's going to be attracted to those things. So she's going to be able to understand that you need to take time in order to fulfill your potential, and that requires you not to show her a whole bunch of attention and affection. You know, we get caught up in this fairy tale aspect as guys as well of we should treat her like a queen, you know, the early 2000s, late 90s R&B type vibes where we want to do everything we can to please her. To Joe, tell me what I got to do to please you, baby. Anything you'll say I'll do because I only want to make you happy from the bottom of my heart is true. We get caught up in that mentality, and over time it becomes repulsive. And I want to introduce you guys to a concept known as asymmetrical commitment. Now, asymmetrical commitment is a phenomenon that's been studied where we look at if women are more emotionally invested or committed to the man, does the relationship last more, especially within the first 2-year period? Or does the opposite happen? When a man is more invested in a woman emotionally or more committed to her, does the relationship last within that 2-year period? And what they found was that when a man is perceived to be more committed to the woman than the woman is to the man, then the woman will break it off. The relationship will fail 60% of the time within the first 2 years of that relationship. And when the opposite, the woman is more emotionally invested or perceived to be more committed to the man than the man is to her, the relationship lasts 70% of the time past that 2-year duration. And seeing as how the average relationship duration is not 2 years, it's actually less than that, that's extremely vital. Now, women have a preference for industriousness. They have a preference for men of power. They have a preference for men of prestige, men who are competent, confident, capable. It's in 300,000 plus years of their evolutionary wiring, there have been conquerors, kings, who reigned supreme, and they had the largest harems of women because they had the power and the resources, the status to keep those women, to attract those women, to keep those women. Now, those are the ancestral women of the women of today, even modern women. So that preference for those type of men still remains, even in the subconscious of today's modern women, which is why if you treat her like a princess, like a queen, she'll treat you like a fan. It'll be extremely gross to her, as the woman stated in the video. That's gross. Why? Because it's creepy when a man obsesses over a woman. And then on top of that, you already have her. As I stated in the beginning, you already have her. So you have to continue to be the man that she fell in love with or that she's attracted to. You have to stay operating on those attributes that she finds sexually desirable, that she's sexually receptive to. She may complain a little bit. She may say you don't show her enough attention, enough time. She may get in her feelings, but at the end of the day, she values you because you possess qualities that she knows is going to be beneficial to her in the long run. You can't accomplish that shit if you constantly focused on her, if you gawking and googly-eyed over how attractive she is like you don't have her. The worst thing you can do as a man is treat a woman like you don't have her when you do. And you'll hear women try to be politically correct and say, no, they want a man who's obsessed over them and who's into them and who never stops loving them and loves them unconditionally. But at the end of the day, that's for their comfort, that's for their security, that's for them to know that the power, the power is in their hands. And when the power is in a woman's hand and is in a woman's hands, you're in a bad situation because women don't know what to do with power. Women weren't in positions of power. Women like feeling inferior. And as a man, if you and your woman are on the same level, do you understand that you're less than most men? The best women at anything are the worst men at everything. I'm going to say that for you again. The best women at anything are the worst men at everything. The funniest women are as funny as the lamest men. The most entertaining women are as corny as the corniest, or as entertaining as the corniest men. The strongest women are as strong as the weakest men. Men are we're much more appealing, we're much more attractive because we're much more interesting creatures than women are. That's just the reality of it. Men are much more interesting creatures than women are, and women know that, and women like that. So when you treat her as if she's the much more interesting creature, that's a turnoff. When you treat a woman like you can't live without her, that's a turnoff. When you treat a woman like she's the center of your universe, that's a turnoff. As a guy, she was attracted to the fact that you look like, or you have the mentality of conquering the world. She can respect that. She can admire that about you. It turns her on. It sexually excites her. When you become the opposite of that, it does exactly the opposite of sexually exciting her. She wants to know that you're still trying to become the guy who's trying to conquer the world, whatever domain you may be trying to conquer. Whether you're trying to be the best gamer, whether you're trying to be the best lawyer, best doctor, you're trying to be successful, whatever area of expertise you're trying to become competent in, she wants to stand by you and support you on that journey. She's wired to do that, even when she says, no, I want a 50-50 relationship. We should be a power couple. We should do this. We should do that together. That's not really what her vagina wants. That's not what she's sexually receptive to. And a lot of you guys have to learn that and draw that distinction so that y'all can have women who stop breaking up with y'all because y'all are trying to give her exactly what you think she wants, when women don't even know what they want. Women don't know what they want, so how the hell is she going to tell you what she wants and you listen to her, trusting that she understands herself and knows what she wants, when everything that she tells you she wants in you is the opposite of what she's actually been with when it comes to other guys? You guys have to learn this game. I got to put y'all up on game, man. Women are attracted to men who are more competent than they are. Women are attracted to men who possess qualities that attract other women. So you need to be able to present yourself in a way to where she understands that not only can you find another beautiful woman, meaning you don't have to obsess over her, but that you're the guy of value that she needs to be with anyway, because there's not a whole bunch of men like you that already exist. These women, especially in the social media era, they get a kick. They hear men compliment them all day. They get compliments all day, comments all day, men in their DMs all day. They have men already putting them on pedestals everywhere else in their social life. You can't fall into that same category. One, you already have her. And when you already have her, you can operate with a lot more confidence. You can operate under the impression that she ain't going nowhere. You can operate under the impression that she understands that you're trying to be on your shit. You're trying to be the best man that you can be. And she can either support you on that journey or she can get the fuck out, because there's women, because this is what women are attracted to, who will be more than willing to step in and accomplish you on that journey. So she's not going to go anywhere. The more you push at a woman, especially when you have her, the more repelled she'll be by your acts. Don't listen to them saying they want a guy who does this and who's super sensitive and cuddly and compassionate. Those things are necessary throughout a long-term relationship, yes, but the way and to the extent in which they should be exhibited, you have to be very surgical about it. There's very few situations that cause for you to be that type of guy with your woman. She's already stressed out enough, anxious enough, insecure enough for the both of you. You don't need to play that guy. You don't need to be that guy. You need to be a source of positive energy. You need to be a source of attraction. You need to be a source of all of these things that she typically doesn't get or doesn't experience when she's not with you or when she's dealing with guys that she's not interested in. Otherwise, you guys will end up like the boyfriends, or the ex-boyfriend, should I say, that she's talking about in this video. Left. Because you were overly invested emotionally. You weren't on your shit enough. And it pushed her away. She didn't feel like she lost the guy of value because you were too busy showing her what her value was to you, instead of you elevating your value and making her feel more attracted to you, because she respects who you are. She respects the grind. She respects what you're trying to do, and she's just simply happy to be a part of that in her element, in her natural role that she was biologically designed to fit in. I want you guys to remember that. But that's it on this dosage. I'll see you guys on the next dose of Q Pilled. I'm Suave Q. Over and out.